At Streamer University, it took just 4 days for strangers to become stars, villains, and viral legends, all under the unblinking eye of a live audience. If you've never heard of Streamer University, think of it as part influencer bootcamp, part reality show, and part social experiment, but built for a live, global audience. In late May 2025, popular streamer Kai Cenat turned the University of Akron campus into his own content laboratory. For 4 straight days, May 22nd to May 25th, the place was taken over by 120 student creators and 17 professor streamers. These weren't real academic faculty. They were well-known personalities from Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, tasked with teaching the next generation of content creators how to grab attention, keep it, and maybe stir a little chaos along the way. The schedule mixed absurd classroom activities with unpredictable downtime. Internet Beef 101 taught students how to roast without crossing the line. Defense Against Hating simulated dealing with trolls in real time. In the dorms, things got even more unfiltered. Baby oil pranks in the hallways, fake scandals, and challenges that could tank or skyrocket a reputation overnight. What made Streamer University different from a normal streamer collab was the constant, unedited live stream. Every second was broadcast. Chat could watch friendships form and rivalries explode in real time. Every moment was a potential viral clip, and the audience's reactions shaped the students' fates. By the end, polls and public sentiment had drawn clear lines. A few students emerged as fan favorites, celebrated for authenticity or humor, while others were branded as villains, criticized for arrogance, drama, or bad sportsmanship. It was entertainment and reputation, warfare rolled into one. Meet the most loved and most hated. 1. Tota, most loved. Let's start with Tota, a Brazilian creator who had a modest following back home and spoke very little English. When he stepped onto the University of Akron campus, most students didn't know what to make of him. But from the first day, his energy was impossible to ignore. Big smiles, quick laughs, and a habit of greeting everyone with a friendly wave, whether they understood him or not.
Wait, how old are you, Tota? How old are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
How old are you? How old?
Without strong language skills, Tota relied on physical comedy and expression to communicate. During one of the early challenges, he turned an awkward pause into a spontaneous dance that involved exaggerated arm swings and an unexpected spin. Chat spammed emotes and started imitating his moves on their own streams. Off-camera, Tota earned even more respect. He was quick to help set up other people's gear, share snacks, or cheer someone up after a bad round. There was no sense of competition in his approach. He wanted everyone to win. By midweek, the language barrier had become part of his charm, with fellow students helping translate and teach him English phrases live on stream. Tota arrived as an unknown, but he left as the heart of Streamer University. 2. Rakai, most hated. Moving on, we've got Rakai, who walked into Streamer University with confidence and was loud enough to fill the lecture hall. He introduced himself like a headliner rather than a student, talking up his streaming numbers and hinting he already knew more than some of the professors. That energy didn't win him many early fans. In the first Monetization for Dummies session, Rakai interrupted the instructor mid-sentence to challenge their advice, insisting his way was the only real strategy to grow online. It came off less like healthy debate and more like public one-upmanship. Chat noticed, and the comment sections lit up with criticism. Group challenges didn't help his case. While teammates brainstormed ideas, Rakai repeatedly steered conversations back to his own channels, dropping his handles and reminding viewers to follow him. It read as self-promotion over collaboration, and the audience began to tune him out. The biggest hit to his reputation came when an off-camera conversation leaked. In it, Rakai could be heard mocking several classmates and questioning why they were even invited. The clip spread fast, cementing him as the campus antagonist. By the end of the event, Rakai wasn't just disliked, he was the unofficial villain of Streamer University. 3. Avery, most loved. Before Streamer University, Avery had already built a reputation for running one of the most welcoming communities on Twitch. Her streams were calm, organized, and focused on making viewers feel heard. That same energy carried into the University of Akron campus, where she quickly became the go-to person when tensions flared. Dorm life at Streamer University wasn't exactly peaceful. Pranks, noise, and clashing personalities were constant. When a late-night dispute over stolen snacks nearly spiraled into a full-blown screaming match, Avery stepped in. She didn't pick sides, didn't raise her voice. Instead, she steered the conversation back to facts, found a compromise, fans and got everyone to shake hands for the cameras. Chat lit up with praise, calling her the resident RA. Midway through the event, she organized a spontaneous charity stream benefiting a youth media program. Other students joined in, and within hours, they'd raised a notable sum, an unexpected wholesome moment in an otherwise chaotic week. Even during heated classroom debates, Avery kept her composure. She listened fully before responding, often diffusing conflict with a calm, thoughtful take. By the time final polls came around, she wasn't just liked, she was respected, a rare combination in the fast-moving world of live-stream drama. 4. Young Dabo, most hated. Dabo, widely known as Young Dabo, stirred one of the most unforgettable dramas at Streamer University when he was ostensibly expelled mid-haircut. The absurdly theatrical phone call, warning him, "You're ugly as shock with that haircut, so we're going to have to give you an expelled letter," sent shockwaves through fans and participants alike. What happened next deepened the controversy. Despite the alleged expulsion, Young Dabo was later live streaming from the very campus, proudly sporting the program's official jacket and even uploading content titled "Dabo Gets Accepted into Streamer University." This sequence of events fueled spirited debate across the streaming community. Some viewers speculated that the expulsion was little more than a stunt, a scripted moment to crank the entertainment value, and wondered whether Dabo's return was staged for comedic effect. Others sympathized with him, arguing the response to a simple haircut was disproportionate, especially in a program designed to support emerging content creators. Whether his readmission was a redemption arc or content theatrics, Young Dabo's experience highlighted both the chaotic nature of Streamer University and the blurred lines between authenticity and performance. His emotional reaction, followed by a seemingly triumphant return, made him an emblematic figure, polarizing, unforgettable, and undeniably dramatic. 5. Ray, most loved. Ray arrived at Streamer University with the confidence of someone who knew exactly how to work a room. A background in improv had trained him to think fast, adapt to any situation, and, most importantly, make people laugh without turning mean. That skill set became his biggest asset. During the much-hyped Internet Beef 101 challenge, contestants were tasked with roasting a professor live on stream. While others went for cutting insults, Ray delivered quick, clever jabs that had the entire room laughing, including his target. The clip went viral almost instantly, not for being savage, but for showing how to win a crowd without burning bridges. Outside of challenges, Ray often found himself in the role of mediator. If an argument broke out in the dorms or during class, he'd slip in with a perfectly timed joke or lighthearted comment to ease the tension. It wasn't forced. He seemed to genuinely want people to get along. On stream, he actively engaged with chat, reading comments aloud and weaving viewers into the conversation in real time. By the final days, Ray wasn't just liked for his humor. He was trusted, a voice that could keep things fun without feeding into the chaos. 6. Jamal, most hated. Jamal came into Streamer University with undeniable skill. His streams were polished, his gameplay sharp, and his commentary quick. But within days, it became clear that his sharp tongue often cut deeper than intended. The turning point came during a high-pressure group challenge. When the team's concept failed to impress the judges, Jamal didn't hold back. On a live mic, he singled out individual teammates, criticizing their ideas and execution. The blunt delivery left the group awkwardly silent, and chat reactions ranged from stunned to outright hostile. Things got worse during a later challenge when technical issues derailed his stream. Frustrated, Jamal ripped off his headset, muttered a few choice insults, and walked off camera. The stream kept rolling, capturing the empty chair and echo of his exit, an image replayed countless times on social media. Attempts to repair his image were minimal. When asked in a dorm Q&A about the earlier blow-ups, Jamal deflected, insisting others had messed up more and that he was just being honest. Without a single on-stream acknowledgement of fault, viewers saw him as arrogant and unwilling to learn. By the final vote, Jamal's talent couldn't outweigh the impression he'd left behind. Defining moments and turning points. For Tota, the defining moment came midweek during an unexpected solo streaming challenge. With limited English, he improvised, mixing his meme dance with exaggerated reactions to in-game events. The performance was chaotic but endearing, and by the end, chat was flooded with celebratory messages in both Portuguese and English. It solidified him as a global favorite. Rakai's critical moment was an attempted image repair. After days of pushback over his favoritism accusations, he went live with what was billed as a public apology. But instead of taking full responsibility, he mixed in self-promotion and passive jabs at other students. The tone felt more like damage control than sincerity, and viewers called it out instantly. Avery earned her biggest praise when she spent hours helping multiple classmates set up their cameras, lighting, and audio before a challenge. The clips of her quietly troubleshooting in different rooms spread under the nickname the Campus Helper, further boosting her reputation for selflessness. Toda's downward spiral accelerated during a live class when another student's project failed on screen. Instead of offering support, she was caught laughing in the background. The clip circulated widely, reinforcing her image as someone who thrived on others' setbacks. Ray's turning point was his viral internet beef 101 roast of a professor. Clever without being cruel, it became a template for how to win at the challenge while keeping the room on your side. For Jamal, the nail in the coffin came when a mic caught him in yet another heated rant about teammates, erasing any goodwill from earlier attempts to bounce back. When the final audience polls closed, the rankings told the story everyone had been watching unfold in real time. In the most loved category, Toda claimed the top spot, followed by Avery and Ray. On the other side, the most hated list was led by Rakai, with Tota in second and Jamal rounding it out. The reactions were as revealing as the results. The loved students were met with waves of support from chat and fellow classmates. Toda even received a send-off in both Portuguese and English, while Avery and Ray were thanked for keeping the environment positive. The hated students handled it differently. Rakai leaned into defiant humor, Toda brushed it off as part of the game, and Jamal stayed mostly silent, visibly frustrated. If Streamer University proved anything, it was that skill alone doesn't secure popularity. Authenticity, humility, and respect carried more weight than numbers or controversy. Which student was your favorite? Drop a comment below. If you found this interesting, hit like and subscribe for more real stories. Thanks for watching.